I inherited my uncle's cabin in the woods, but there was one locked room nobody was allowed to enter. My uncle passed away without warning, and to everyone's surprise he left his old cabin to me. My family thought it was strange because we were never very close, but his will was clear. The cabin was mine. When I arrived a week later, it looked exactly as I remembered, small, quiet, and surrounded by miles of forest. As I unlocked the front door, my neighbor from across the road walked over. He welcomed me, helped carry a few boxes inside, and then stopped me before he left. He looked serious and said, "Whatever you do, don't open the room at the end of the hallway." I laughed, thinking it was an old family joke, but he didn't smile. He simply turned around and walked away. For the next few days, I cleaned the cabin and tried to ignore the locked door. Every night though, I noticed something strange. There was always a faint light shining from underneath it. I convinced myself it had to be moonlight, until one evening the power went out. The entire cabin was dark, except for the light under that door. My curiosity finally won. I searched the house until I found an old brass key hidden inside my uncle's desk. With shaking hands, I unlocked the door. The room was almost empty. There was a desk, a bookshelf, and hundreds of cassette tapes stacked neatly against the wall. Each tape had a date written on it. I picked the newest one and found an old tape recorder beside the desk. As soon as I pressed play, my blood ran cold. The voice on the tape was my uncle. He calmly described everything I had done that day. He mentioned the exact shirt I was wearing, the coffee I had spilled that morning, and even the conversation I'd had with the neighbor less than an hour earlier. I looked around the room, convinced there had to be hidden cameras, but there were none. Then I noticed one cassette sitting alone on the desk. Its label wasn't a date. It simply read, "Tomorrow." While my hands were shaking as I placed it into the recorder, the tape clicked, and my uncle's voice filled the room again. He said, "If you're hearing this, you've already opened the locked room. The next thing you're going to hear is someone knocking on the front door." The recording stopped. At that exact moment, 3 slow knocks echoed through the cabin. I froze. Then I walked to the front window and looked outside. There was a man standing on the porch. He looked up, smiled, and he had my uncle's face.